So, continuing with Black Mirror, from where I left off is we met the aunt and her workers, and we discovered there's ghosts in the castle, so that's dope. And we're also experiencing the same schizophrenic tendencies as the father did. So that's terrific. I love that for us. And it was the next morning after we discovered the Library of Secrets. So we're going to continue with that. His footsteps are nasty. Is it raining all that hard? Gracious. That rain was nasty.
Aye, and once you're done in the kitchen, go and clean up the cellar. The spiders have made a nest down there. A big one, too. They're crawling everywhere.
That roll.
Master David, nice of you to grace us with your presence.
I don't like him. He can kick rocks. Whatever, let's keep it
I
friendly.
appreciate your patience.
I've had the staff prepare some of the finest Scottish delicacies for you. Black
Oh.
pudding, haggis, scrambled eggs with deer brain, and bacon.
Sir, you're trying to kill me.
I shot the deer myself, in the local woods.
I didn't ask. Is he sitting there watching me eat?
Mother was never a fan of dishes made from entrails. In this case, she'd be missing out.
Oh, he likes the haggis. Okay. Blood pudding. Whoosh.
That was delicious. Thank you.
I'm sure our local specialities must seem peculiar to one raised as you were.
I was raised in India.
Per.
My spectrum of peculiar has quite a range.
Tell him. Since you want to sit there and watch me eat, weirdo. Feeder. I love how, like, stuck up he is, and it's like, dude, you're the butler. What are you being stuck up for? Like you're not the family, you know what I'm saying?
Smoking a pipe. I thought that would be beneath her station.
Not for the Scots.
Lady Margaret.
David?
May I first apologize for my strange behavior last night? It's just that...
Think nothing of it. You were obviously tired from your travels. Least said, soonest mended.
Alright. A boy in the castle, her husband Edward, maid seems a bit afraid. It's her husband.
What kind of man was my grandfather?
Oh, he was magnificent. He was handsome, so handsome, and caring.
Caring enough to knock a defenseless child down the stairs.
Period.
All was so very different when he was around.
What's she clutching her pearls? What's this hand action she's doing?
The maid. She seemed to be acting strangely, like she was frightened of me.
Yes, well, she's a simple sort, that one.
Oh,
She has probably heard of the curse of the Gordons the locals like to whisper about.
Curse? What curse?
do tell.
Just a peasant superstition. I would guess she was worried you'd show the same displays of unpredictable violence as your father did.
I never knew my father to be the violent type.
Oh, there are many things you do not know about your father. This is his doing.
What? But how?
I'd rather not discuss it, David. And that maid should really keep her mouth shut and locate the earring she lost. She's like a magpie with shiny, expensive things.
I found it, girl. I got the
I
earring.
could give it to her, and she'd still never tell me anything useful about my father or the secrets of this place. But the maid? I could use this to earn her trust.
True. Oh, you're smart.
I don't want to give her another reason to think me mad. This may seem like an unusual question.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't, dear boy.
Have I ever been here before? Is it possible I visited as a child and can no longer remember?
Oh no, you are a stranger to these walls.
And I have a feeling you prefer it stayed that way. I shall take my leave, Lady Margaret.
Yes. Oh, and David, the master of the house needs to respect the privacy of those under his roof. Even your father understood that. Sometimes a cabinet is locked for a reason.
Who snitched? I'm ignorant, sorry.
A cabinet? I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I don't know anything about it.
I see. Never mind then.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what she means about the cabinet. I mean, I picklocked a desk and into the library, but cabinet? I was not in a cabinet, Miss Ma'am. So his father just like sliced and diced her throat. Excuse my language, but from what I understand, that's, again, I just think this is mental illness at its finest. Like, they keep saying it's a curse, but I think he's just off his rocker. Also, this place looks like it smells like mothballs and mildew. And there's always raw meat left out. Like, what's going on with that? This is the third time I've been in the kitchen and there's raw meat just sitting there. She's cleaned the dumbwaiter. I ain't even seen anybody put anything there.
Miss Crannan?
I'll just bring up the earring. I don't know what the rest is.
I think you may have lost this.
Oh, sir! Oh, thank you, sir. I only wanted to see how it looked in the mirror. I didn't mean to. I was scared to tell her ladyship. Oh, she can have such a temper.
What are you going to do now?
If I can sneak it into the salon, maybe her ladyship will think she lost it there herself.
From what I know about her,
Yeah.
I very much doubt her ladyship will.
Like, girl, she knows she took it.
Isn't that used for transporting cooked food? Why is there blood in it?
Oh.
Ugh, the wee scunner thought it would be funny to put one of his dead beasties in it to fear me. He should keep them in the cellar and... Sorry, sir. I'm speaking out of turn.
Alright.
Would you like me to escort you to the cellar?
Wouldn't be proper to ask the owner of the house to do that, sir.
Well, I'm not the owner yet, and you didn't ask.
Very kind of you, sir.
Happy to help. I'll let you know when I'm ready to accompany you down there. Did you ever talk to my father?
I was serving here when he... That is to say,
Go on, please.
I didn't think it'd be proper, sir. Lady Margaret said... Oh, sorry, sir. I must get on with my work.
She's as scared of Margaret as she is of the butler. Poor girl.
What they doing to her? I'll leave her alone.
I shall leave you to your work.
I feel like if I pressure her too much, she's gonna have, like, panic attack. The way she's like, and then God damn, breathe. Now, if it was me, I'd be chatting up a storm.
Elsa knows more about my father than she dares tell me. I'd better earn her trust now. She might return to the village once the weather clears.
Okay.
Shall we?
Gee, she really put a pep in her step. Ew. And I thought upstairs looked nasty. Girl, where are you going? You're walking too fast for me.
Let's see what we can find down here. How cruel of Mr. McKinnon to send her down here alone.
Why doesn't Mr. McKinnon's big ass come down here and do this himself? He's the butler. Why does she have to come down to the
Harsh
cellar?
as it may seem, a proper serving of fire is the only way to get rid of such a widespread infestation. This is as close as I get. Otherwise, I'll have them crawling all over me. I have to find a way to eliminate them altogether.
So we need like a spray or some cloth. A bottle of alcohol, just burn the whole place down. You know, the basics, the basics. While we do that, we can snoop. I love snooping.
Ooh, a lot of blood for just one animal.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a deer right
Looks
there.
fresh.
Master Eddie's work. He and Mr. McKinnon put it here earlier. Poor beastie.
Eddie. Another family member I've yet to meet.
And Mr. McKinnon was sitting there saying, I did it all myself. Liar.
Not the most hygienic workstation.
Eh.
A hunting map. Looks like they've been poaching outside the Gordon estate.
Outside the estate. His eyes move so nastily. Ew, ew, ew. Just look at those soulless eyes.
The water of life. Some of these whiskies are from local distilleries.
He did not say the water of life. That's such... Alcohol
More
is the water of
spirit.
life.
Not particularly palatable, but good for cleaning and magic tricks.
Oh, so he's gonna use that. He is making a Molotov. He's burning this bitch down.
Step right up.
Sir? What are you... Oh my! That's amazing! Does that not hurt?
No, a little trick I learned in India.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, did that scare you, Elsa? I didn't think...
Who is this pizza face? Look at the gut on him. I'm sitting there talking about Mr. McKinnon.
And you are?
Edward Mallory. You may call me Edward III.
I won't.
So this is Cousin Eddie. He seems
Welcome to my castle.
as terrible as the rest of them.
Yep.
My castle indeed. Pleased to meet you, Eddie. So, your parents would be my aunt and uncle Clara and Victor. Are they...
Dead. Dead as doornails, the pair of them.
Lovely. You've lived here all your life, so you would have met my father.
Only after he lost what marbles he had left. If it were up to me, I'd have locked him up in the loony bin a bit sooner.
Locked him up?
So what are you doing down here anyway?
There's a line between honesty and rudeness that Cousin Eddie doesn't seem to recognize.
For real.
I was helping Miss Crannan.
Aw, why didn't you ask me?
Excuse me, sir. Sirs, I really have to go.
Leaving so soon? Was it something I said?
Yeah, in your face.
They all tend to act like that in the presence of nobility.
You said something about a loony bin?
I did. Oh. Oh, you don't know.
Well,
Well, never you mind. I have an animal to prepare.
I'm getting very tired of everyone in this house avoiding my questions.
I just hit the deadness behind the eyes. It makes me laugh. Did you see how textured that man's face was?
There's something you should know, sir. Something important. I overheard them talking, and
You're paid to work, not chat. Get to it, girl.
Sorry, Mr. McKinnon. Library, after dinner.
At last, I might get some answers.
Thank you, sis. Honestly, if I was in this castle and I'm sitting there talking to somebody, worker or not, and then the staff comes by like, you're paid to work, not chat, I'd be like, actually, you fat fuck. No, I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, actually, I'm having a chat with her and I am her boss. So if I would like to take her aside and have a chat, that is our business. Her salary is not of your matter. Like, know your place. Where's that bastard at? Of course, he left the room. Useless. I still can't get over the cousin's face. Yikes. Meet up with Elsa after dinner. Who was the boy? So we're trying to figure out who the boy is. Let's go this way. Oh, the lawyer guy's not here.
David, apologies for not being here to greet you. As the telephone in the castle is not working due to the recent storm, I have had to journey to the village to communicate with my office. Upon my return, I shall show you to the chapel where you can pay your respects to your father. Yours, Andrew Harrison.
Or maybe I'll just head to the chapel myself, just as soon as the weather clears.
It's like old Andy's on a work excursion.
It's labeled Mallory. Perhaps another client of Mr. Harrison.
I guess I'll look at it.
It's labeled Mallory.
Oh. Nothing else to look at. This angle's nasty.
This Dr. Farber might be useful. Perhaps she could shed some light on Father's final weeks. I should contact her.
Unless she was bought out to not say anything.
Despair, by a man called Howard Phillips Lovecraft.
That's a name.
Ghastly shades of bygone gladness, clawing fiends of future sadness,
Dang.
mingle in a cloud of madness, ever on the soul to lie. Thus the living, lone and sobbing, in the throes of anguish throbbing, with the loathsome furies robbing night and noon of peace and rest. But beyond the groans and grating of abhorrent life is waiting sweet oblivion, culminating all the years of fruitless quest.
The words of a troubled soul.
Awfully troubled. Everybody here seems to be troubled though, so fitting.
The Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. I started reading this, though never got round to finishing it.
The gentle maid whose hapless tale these melancholy pages speak. Say, gracious lady, shall she fail to draw the tear adown from thy cheek?
Oh. Thine cheek. Is the attic still locked? Dang.
Definitely the man I saw last night. But how? Grandfather Edward died before I was even born. And he'd be in his 70s if he was still alive.
That's not that old. What? Why was he talking like that? Would be crazy. He'd be in his 70s if he was still alive. Like, yeah, bro. Are people not living past that point at this time?
Let's see if my trusty key will get this open.
Oh.
Not like this.
So I'm a little ahead of myself, apparently.
This will make it easier to carry. The boy. It must be. But I need to be sure. Perhaps the names are on the back. My family. Yet they're all still strangers to me.
Yep, this is a white UK family. For certain.
Lady Margaret. She looks happy. I can't imagine her smiling like that these days. Grandfather Edward. Just as he looked last night. The boy. How did he provoke Edward into throwing him down the stairs?
By breathing.
What's this? Looks like it's drawn in
Yuck.
blood?
Oh? This little screech app action starting already. Oh. Okay.
Regardless of what I told Miss Cranon, these visions are like nothing I've ever experienced before, and they're getting worse.
Talk about it. When's this rain gonna let up? Bro, if you don't put on some rain boots and a shawl, just get out there.
It's working. Has it been repaired? Or did Andrew lie to me?
Oh. Odd. Yeah, because he said he went into town because the phone wasn't working. Maybe he was trying to make a long distance call and Lady Margaret was like, "You best go into town for that. Not racking up my bill." Let's just go. Put on your rubber duckies, let's go. A little rain won't hurt your skin.
Finally, some fresh air.
Like I said, it's moldy in there, I know it. Oh, he's jogging. Alright.
Master David.
Oh.
You could tell it was me.
Your footsteps. I ken the walk of everyone here.
Fair enough.
That's rather incredible.
Aye, that it is, laddie. That it is. I hear better than most. See more than most and all.
I like him, he's cool. Stinks like fish, but he's cool.
Father had a similar toolbox. Back when he still fixed things around the house. When you talked about what they did to my father, what did you mean?
You shouldn't have come back.
Oh.
You canna go through what he did as a bairn and no be sick.
So his hospitalization was justified then?
Not for me to say. Before you think of putting down roots here, you should think on what the poison grown here did to your father. You can?
No, not really.
If you dinna mind, this door will no mend itself.
I'll leave you to it then.
As you were.
The graveyard. Is it a family plot?
Aye. No matter how high and mighty, all the Gordons end up there.
A cheery thought. It's a shame we do not have the means to properly care for the graves.
Why bother? His bones and food for worms.
You wouldn't have to have a chapel key, would you?
Ain't set a foot in there for years, and I don't intend to either.
That'll be a no then. May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Maybe. If I ken what you need it for.
The graves. The graves.
The graves. I would like to tidy them up. That way I can pay my respects properly.
Is that a fact? Why's that then?
They are my family.
Yeah.
They deserve to be remembered.
Fair enough, laddie. Just grab it yourself, will ye?
Tricked you. I'm gonna cut the pot. Oh, I just hold it. Sorry.
Better. Cecilia Shaw Nee Gordon. Aunt Cecilia. Now, let's see if there's something really buried in here. Another piece of the castle model.
Oh. Huh. Looks like the chapel if it was kept up.
How could I have known that something was buried here? I don't remember Father ever telling me about this grave.
Father must have buried the chapel piece here for a reason when he was a boy. But why? And whose blood is it stained with?
Oh.
Father, I hope you found your peace. Were you sick, like they say you were? Or the victim of this curse? This curse of the Gordons? Whatever it is. I think you may have passed it on to me.
Oh. We should know, buddy.
Being the chronicle of the family Gordon, as laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon, the year of our Lord, 1413.
Gracious.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited from time immemorial. Enigmatic, elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this. As for the locals, they appear prideful of the counsel they delight in giving to visitors. Traveler, beware. The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, bringing with them the bloodlines that would eventually spawn the Gordon clan. Using their superior numbers, knowledge, and machines of war, they swiftly conquered the primeval Picts. With them, they brought too their religion and druid clerics. The magics these wise men used did shape forever the lands, even until this present day. It is said that the sempiternal burden our family carries rose at that time. 'Tis well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scots, that they did even raise a barrier to protect their mighty empire. What is seldom told is the truth behind their defeat. Our ancestors drew upon ancient powers to aid their victory, powers not easily fathomed by the fragile human mind. This aid did come at the greatest of costs, a debt as yet unsettled, a price we will continue to pay until the last Gordon passes to dust. For the centuries, we Gordons made the land our own. Others did bow to us as we kept the secrets of Skahandu, the secrets of the Black Mirror. Even as tragedy and madness did fester in our foundations, we held fast and steered the land through vile English attack and worse. In time, the Gordons and the land became one.
Some pages have been ripped out. The only thing left seems to be some kind of family oath.
In blood we are bound to the land we protect, to the truths we alone may conceal. I shall forfeit my life, lest my clan should suffer
I shall forfeit my spirit to hold the darkness at bay. In blood we are bound till the day of the reckoning.
What on earth? Where's the call coming from?
Uh-oh. I think he activated something. Oh, why does it seem like we're underwater?
Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real.
Bro is playing Little Mermaid right now. Like, what is going on?
All this looks like the bottom of a lake.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to show me?
Bro, you missed that lady there.
She's not holding a baby, but some heavy object to weigh herself down.
Hmm.
Find my child!
Uh-oh.
Are you alright?
No, girl. Hate this. There. The madness.
Did you see her? She drowned.
Calm down, you're in shock. What were you doing clambering about in here?
If I told you, you'd think me mad.
Odd. That is just what your father said to me.
What? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Leah Farber. I treated your father at the asylum.
The asylum?
What are you
Let's
doing
get you
here?
back to the castle and make sure you are all right.
Watch, they called her because they think I'm nuts. To lock me away. Oh.
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet, and there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did that to him?
I did. But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and...
Told you? Your father was a madman. A complete and utter madman.
Who asked you to
Don't
be
mind
here?
me. Please continue.
Who asked Pizza Face for his opinion?
Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's dead.
Oh.
Capital job.
Now, hold on just a minute.
Uh-oh. Who's yelping like that? If it's Eddie, let him be.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, no! No! No!
What is it? Is that the maid? Oh my gosh. How? It had to be Eddie. He was the only one down here. Oh no. That is no accident, that's for sure. Golly. They're really doing the slow dramatic panorama for this. Yikes. Alright, so that was chapter 2. A lot more eventful. We had a lot more. It looks like after every chapter, we're gonna have a little spook, a little scare. So I like that. That's very interesting. Keeping up to date. I really think, like, given like the passage from the scrolls, that their family just is gifted in seeing visions. And for some reason, seeing these visions and hearing these voices make them go mad. And for some reason, it's only the men. So I really want to figure out, like, why it's just the men. Like, why do they even have this gift? Like, who asked for all this? And I want to know what happened to the maid. Like, my homegirl's neck was broke. Like, that was no accident. She was pushed, and I think it was Eddie, either Eddie or the butler, because they didn't like Miss Thing, and she was just out here trying to do her job. Hell, it probably couldn't have even been Lady Margaret, because she found that earring again, and she was like, "You gotta go." But that is it for chapter 2, and then I'll see you for chapter 3. I wonder how many chapters there are. I'll find out and tell you the next time.